Hey Hofstra fans, welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report. Carrie Schreiber joined each and every week with head coach of the Hofstra Pride women's basketball team, Krista Kilburn-Steveskey. And since we last spoke, you guys just played one last regular season matchup against UNCW, a tough loss, 76-75. What were your thoughts on that game?
We just didn't obviously play a complete game. We only played, a good 10 minutes of that game, really, technically. I mean, it was a little bit of a struggle, and obviously Wilmington had a lot on the line, but I really think it was just kind of about us, and we really, we struggled in that first half mentally, and then, tried to, have opportunities. It was 58-54, had a chance to, really stretch that lead out, and, we didn't answer, so certainly wasn't the type of performance that we wanted to have.
But still a bright spot in that game. You guys scored 56 points in the paint. Ashanae Durant had 18 points, and Darius Falk, a career high 18 points for her, and also Kelly Loftus with 14. So three players there with double figures, 75 points overall. What did you like offensively from this team?
Well, I mean, I thought obviously Darius tried to put us on her back, along with Kelly, down that stretch, to try to win it. And like I said, there were some positive moments. I mean, we definitely put some points on the board, and but I think it'd be remiss if I talked about that, because they obviously care about winning more. But so it just was one of those things you just can't quite put a finger on. We've had an interesting end of the regular season with the last two games and some of the travel woes and things like that were happening. But but we're ready. I mean, we're ready. We had to put that behind now, and those three players have been playing good for us, and Darius is kicking up on the offensive end will help toward the tournament. And obviously Nae's just been a consistent player for us. As a freshman, it's just amazing. So these guys are going to continue it. We've got a good energy. We had a great energy in yesterday's practice. And everybody's ready.
And getting closer to the CAA tournament, and Ashanae Durant named CAA Rookie of the Year. She's also named CAA All-Second Team, and then Kelly Loftus, third team for the CAA. What does it mean just for these players to get such great honors? I
just couldn't be more proud. You're always hoping that people are going to see, what you're seeing out of Ashanae Durant. The consistency of that kid as a freshman. So you just never know how things are going to play out. And just very proud that she gets a well-deserved honor that she has, definitely earned all season long. And even when she was out with an injury, comes right back, has a double-double that next night. So I think the proof has been in her performance for sure. So very, very proud for Nae and for our program and for Hofstra, because I think it represents well. And then for Kelly, I can't even tell you enough. I mean, she's got some strong goals, and she knows where she wants to be and where she wants to take this team. So for her to get recognized out of that, it's great. And it's unfortunate that people couldn't see Darius Falk's defensive prowess. I mean, she is one of the best defenders, if not, not on a steal. Sometimes the stats people look at for defense is so far removed to who is the person that locks down night after night after night. And so it's interesting, but she's our defensive player, so we'll just have to make a shout out for that, because everybody knows it plays us. So that'll just give us a lot of motivation going into the tournament, because we have a lot of players on this team that deserved accolades, and it's the way it rolls. So we just got to keep winning, and all good things will come when we win, individually, even as a group. But I'm proud of those two. Just very proud.
So before your last regular season matchup, you guys clinched the 3rd seed in the tournament, and that's the highest in your coaching career at Hofstra. And also, since in 11 years, this hasn't happened for the program. So what does it mean really to go into this? Does it add a little bit more pressure, or does it give more confidence? No,
I think it just gave a lot more confidence. I think it's actually in the history of the program. In Division I, I think obviously in the Colonial, but they just gave them a lot more little pep in their step, and we're just really focusing on our next game. Though we really can't see too far ahead. We knew, we didn't finish as well as we wanted to, so it's now get this next win, and everybody's just highly motivated for that. We know what we're going to see out of Women Mary and their fire and what they're going to be doing. So everybody's just trying to get their sights set, on taking care of business on Friday at 7:30.
Speaking of fire, Mary, right now they're on a run. They've won their last 3 games, 4 of their last 5. How do you try and put out that fire for the Tribe?
40 minutes, when you go back and you think about both contests, I think I actually misquoted myself the other day too, because we didn't have everybody in both games. We had Didn't have Angie and Asia when we played at William & Mary, and we didn't have Nay when we played at home. And I think I was just holding her back a little bit further till she got well. So, you know, so now it's going to be nice to have everybody at full strength. And, you know, it was a tight game. They were up most of the first half. It was nip tuck, you know, the whole game. And so you just don't expect anything less than that. So, you know, we just got to, you know, definitely, you know, come out and do the things that we know that we're capable of doing, and can't focus and worry about, you know, where anybody was. You know, it's a new ball game. It's 0-0. It's a new season. You know, all these things that coaches always say, but it's true. It's a new birth for everybody. So, you know, we're just ready. Can't get Friday here soon enough.
And just looking at the end of this regular season, you guys end 18-11 and 11-7 in the CAA. What does that just say about this team this year? What are your thoughts on the entire regular season?
Right. I mean, just, you know, obviously proud of this team. You know, proud of, you know, what we've accomplished. Proud about how hungry they are, and they know, you know, how we're continuing to set the bar even higher and higher. You know, and I just think it just tells you what's to come too. I mean, obviously we, you know, have a great nucleus, and you know, and I think they kind of look back and know where we really could be too, you know, and so I think that's good for them to know, you know, hey, you know, we want to make a statement. You know, we had some signature wins in the course of the season. We had a lot of overtime wins that really developed our character and really showed us through adversity. I think we got tougher in some of the games that throughout the conference tournament, you know, I mean, the conference season, the Elon game, most notably at Elon, that was, you know, just as physical as any of the other games that we really responded to. So, you know, just so many good things, so many good pieces of players coming along and providing that punch for us and helping us out. Excuse me. You know, Angie White, what she played in 19 games after she, you know, had to sit out in the beginning, you know, her getting in the lineup and playing. So there's just so many positives, you know, throughout the year. So, you know, just to be sitting here and to feel like, you know, we just keep growing as a program, and again, we have our bar set even higher, but, you know, just proud of the crew.
So now finally, how do you take that adversity and really just go forward in the conference tournament?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, great leaderships from, you know, Crystal Luciano and Darius Walk on the floor. Obviously, can't keep saying enough about Darius, but Crystal, I think, is, you know, in a good place right now, and I think she's feeling better and feeling healthier. So, you know, I think she's a huge, you know, catalyst for us, for our success, because I think when she's talking, when she's leading, you know, we're at our best on the floor. You know, she's just a great court leader. She understands the game very, very well, and you know, then you've got, you know, Ian and Angie, who've just been, you know, tearing it up. He had a great practice yesterday, and, you know, these guys are, you know, I think they're just chomping at the bit to get their chance, and for Angie to be in a conference tournament now, it's been a while for her. So, you know, I think, you know, they're very, very excited. So everybody, we need our bench support to really come off and give us great minutes. You know, whether it's Jaquel, whether it's Asia. So it's you know, Deanna Thomas-Palmer has given us some great minutes, and so has Sid. So it's like, you know, this is the time where everybody's got to know their role and really step up and really help this team, because, you know, it's one game at a time, but it's going to take everybody for us to be successful. So, you know, we know what we need to do against William & Mary. Now it's going to be our job to get out there and do it, and, you know, the team's motivated, and it's going to be a fun tournament.
All right, well, you heard it's going to be a fun tournament, so make sure that you follow along on GoHofstra.com as the Pride take on William & Mary first in the quarterfinals. And Coach Krista Kilburn-Steveskey, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations again to Ajane Duran and Kelly Loftus for well-deserved honors. I'm very proud of the Hofstra program and what they did to represent Hofstra since